Distance nerding.
What up, what up, what up?
What's going on?
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? You are now watching Distance Nerding. He's Rayder Ray.
He's Rayder Phil.
I'm in fact a member of the Empire.
Rayder Phil.
I'm Niner
He's
Empire.
Rayder. This isn't scripted, but you're going way off script. He's Rayder Phil.
And we're
here to nerd together. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Strap in, guys.
This is gonna be great. I'm excited for the amount of messing up that we're gonna do here today.
Have you seen the movie Don't Look Up?
I have.
We're here.
It's it's very true. This is exactly how we're going to be getting through on this and everything like that. Now, guys, as you can tell, as you can see here, the Jamez 5000 is indisposed at the moment. I believe he stubbed his toe, and he cannot make it onto the show tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
So
to make it better, we enlisted the services of a certain Raider mercenary, certain King of Lions. Ladies and gentlemen,
Correct.
It's the boy right here, the King of Lions himself, the SoCal Simba, Rayder Ray.
Rawr. What's up, everybody?
What up, man? And then due to a last minute kind of situation, it's just going to be us tonight. So all good.
I'm out.
Yeah, no. We were going to have Aaron Thick on, but he left his laptop at work, so that's great.
And my laptop is crap, so there's that.
Yeah. This is fine. I'm okay with this, because I'm here. We're here together. We are nerding together.
We are, in fact, nerding together.
Exactly. So guys, this week on deck, actually, you know what? I'm skipping my own stuff on my own stuff here, guys. Now we're here talking anything pop culture, movies, music, food, wrestling, whatever you're nerding out on. We want to talk about it, guys. You got to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Linktree, because we have a Linktree, but also TikTok at Distance Nerding. Catch all the fun stuff, all the things that we do, because why not? It's fun stuff. Yeah, I know. James just mentioned right now that Thick is not in the building, and he's not. It's funny how, James can't be on the show tonight, but he's in the chat.
Rayder James.
Rayder James.
Rayder Jamez. My bad. Ooh.
Now, this week, we have a lot, but it's only in one section. We are pretty much just doing the download. The download. One last yippee-ki-yay for an icon.
Starting rumors.
Stop. See, we were supposed to have starting rumors, but when I looked at the doc, it's empty. So I don't think we have any rumors tonight. Unless
maybe it's all quiet on the rumor front.
All quiet on the rumor front. I dig it. But yeah, so before we jump into the download, this is what got to do here at the beginning of each episode. I've got to shout out the couple of shout outs that we have. And of course, it's always a nerd appreciation shout out. So guys, first shout out I'm throwing out there is for Poddex. In fact, this episode is powered by Poddex. Poddex are a unique interview question and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. So whether you are a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, you're going to want to go and check out poddex.com. Now, guys, if you go to poddex.com, right there at the bottom, use the code nerding10 and you get 10% off of everything on Poddex. They have cards. There's an app. Actually, the shirt that I'm wearing right now is a Poddex shirt.
Nice.
I actually really like the shirt because it's like the Supreme logo.
Yeah.
It just says podcaster, and I dig that. So that's Poddex. Now,
So I got a question.
Yeah, please.
So I know what powers distance nerding, but what powers Raider Phil?
Raider Phil. Well, let me tell you what powers the young Phil. The young Phil is powered by Dubby. Dubby is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrins, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Guys, if you want to find out more about Dubby, you have to go to www.dubby.gg. Put in the code nerding10. You get 10% off of your Dubby purchases. Now I'm debating because Ray, you've tasted these now, so you know they're delicious.
I have.
They really do taste like Skittles having sex in your mouth, don't they?
Coming from a place where I've had Skittles have sex in my mouth, it's really close.
There we go. So I'm debating which one do you think? Should I go with the Galaxy Grenade or
Which
the
is?
Dub Sludge?
Dub
The
Sledge.
Galaxy Grenade. Yeah, the Galaxy Grenade is watermelon, guava, and lime. And it is delicious. And then the Dub Sludge is Granny Smith apple and secret sauce.
That's the one I want to try, the Dub Sledge.
Dub Sludge. All right. So we're gonna do the Dub Sludge here.
Remember to stir it with your finger.
I'm not gonna stir it with my finger the way I made you stir it with your finger. Because I'm a terrible friend and that's what I do. Anyways, while I'm getting this all ready and whatnot, man, how has your week been?
It's been good, man. It's just, same thing, working. I'm happy though, because I'm about to quit my second job as of next week. So
Nice.
yeah, so I'll be a little less tired now. So
Yeah.
It's been good though.
You
Rained.
Oh yeah. You can keep up everything with your main job?
Yeah. So I was fortunate enough that our company gave us some raises recently, and it's enough that if I work a little overtime, I don't have to work a full second, 15, 20 hour a week job. So I actually get to come home after I get over, which is cool because I start at 4:30 in the morning and I get off at by 2. So it's going to be nice to actually get home at a decent time, when I can actually find a parking spot in my apartment building. How about you? How's your week been?
My week has been okay, man. I mean, as usual, lots and lots of work. We rearranged the office or the Taco Cave, the studio, this last weekend. So like everything is just different. Monday we did an interview with James Durbin.
I saw.
Yeah, and that I wish we could have had more time with him because I went back and watched the episode and I kind of rushed him off at the end and I feel bad about that. But I mean, because he had mentioned that he was he wanted to put his kids to bed and that was like a big thing for him. So James in the chat, he said, "Oh, licking the fingers. Is this the OnlyFans episode?"
It's it's Patreon only.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I had a great time with him and I can't wait to have him on again.
That was dope. It looks like you guys were having fun with it. I tried to join for a little while and then I couldn't. I was having a problem with the connections. I was like, okay, I gotta bounce.
Gotcha. Have you checked out his music yet?
Only I think you guys played some briefly during that show? I know I heard some from you.
We didn't play it during the show, but I mean he does have a whole bunch of songs that are like pretty dope, man. The one that you should probably check out is his latest one because he's been saying that's his not his masterpiece, but like it's the first time that he's been able to do an album the way that he wanted to do it.
Like a passion project for him, at least.
Yeah, it 100% is.
Yeah.
It's called The Beast Awakens.
Okay.
And it's just his last name, so it's just Durbin, right?
Durbin. Okay.
But it's a dope album. If you're a fan of metal at all, it's a really good album.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest metal fan, but I dabble a little bit.
Yeah,
more so metal than plastics, but
yeah, absolutely. All of you guys out there, if you're into metal at all, if you guys like listening to heavy metal, and when I say heavy metal, I mean like 80s hair metal, right?
Okay.
If you like heavy metal, go to jamesdurbinofficial.com. He's actually selling autographed copies for $40 on his website, so definitely worth it. I'm probably gonna get one myself.
Nice. Get it signed at the next con.
Maybe it's already signed. So
Okay.
Maybe I'll get it double signed.
Picture signed. There you go.
Right, double sign. Like it'll be signed wherever he signs it, and then I'm gonna have him sign it under his face. Too.
That's a secret one.
Right, just be like, I need the extra signature. Why? Because we're friends.
Reasons.
Anyways, guys, we have done our introductions and we've shouted out the people we need to shout out. I'll do the Geek End update at the end here because there is some stuff I want to talk about, but I'll talk about it at the end of the show here. That all being said, because we have so much that we need to talk about tonight, it's time for the download.
Let's go.
All right. So, guys, check out the Disconcertington post for more news, all the trailers, all the reactions. Let us know what you're nerding out on this week. We've got anytime a trailer comes out, we drop it in the post immediately. And it's just, yeah, I mean, we try to stay on top of stuff and everything like that. Going into the first story, Ray, do the honors and be our James for tonight.
So Bruce Willis is retiring from acting after being diagnosed with aphasia.
Aphasia.
So I guess I kind of buried the lead there, but we're starting off with unexpected bad news. Boy, can you tell I'm new to this? So after 42 years of being an actor and starring in some amazing and classic action films over the course of his career, Bruce Willis is now retiring from acting. I saw something initially that it's he's stepping away, but I mean, I don't know. With this condition, that's surprising news. Definitely didn't see it coming. And it came with announcements from his family. I believe it was through Instagram. It posted it. I think it might have been one of his daughters, and I know Demi Moore. She reshared it as well.
Right, because I've been seeing like the whole like them together, and she's been supporting him and everything like that.
Right. So the reason for his retirement is that he's been diagnosed with aphasia. It's a language disorder caused by brain damage and affects a person's ability to communicate.
So is this why he like yelled at Kevin Smith, or
is he couldn't understand what you're saying? Dude, I felt so bad. Angel told me she sent me a text earlier telling me about that he was retiring from acting, and I sent a question mark. Retiring from what? Because I was going to be snarky. I was like, it seemed like the last kind of stuff that he's been in hasn't been major stuff. It would have been like video on demand equivalent. Oh, and then she followed up with what happened. I'm like, okay, I'm an asshole. So I was like, I felt so bad. I'm like, that sucks, man.
And it's because what's funny is because he's retiring, right? So I put Bruce Willis is retiring. RED, you know what RED means, right?
No.
Retired and Extremely Dangerous.
Ah.
It's a movie he did a while back.
Did he really?
Yeah, it was called Red.
Oh, that's right. I do. Yeah. That's the one with Malkovich, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
In it, and I'm forgetting her name, man. It's another British actress, like an older British actress.
Yeah. Is it the one Helen Mirren?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I have seen it. I forgot what the translation of it.
And Helen Mirren was she was a sniper.
That's right. Yeah. That was a cool. I was surprised how good that was.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Sad news. We wish Bruce Willis and his family the best. An amazing career and an icon in the industry. Yippee-ki-yay! Well,
my bad.
No, okay. What you got anything else for us, sir?
No, it's like I said, man, sad news. Like it was one of those things. Like I said, I started to make a joke about how he hadn't really been anything, but now that it's like you kind of took it for granted that you would still see his face pop up on some of like the Netflix movies or whatever. But now knowing that it's not going to be anymore, it sucks. I mean, he's an action icon that really came out of nowhere when he came out in Die Hard.
Yeah, man. I mean, the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Of course, Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Absolutely. And anyone that says it's not a Christmas movie is wrong.
I want to say that actually won our bracket for best Christmas movie.
Nice. As it should.
Right, exactly.
The next one is Mystery Science Theater 3000 season 13. Beloved series is coming back.
Again.
How many times does it come back?
They've been canceled like 4 or 5 times, man. It's crazy.
I'm really excited because I hadn't heard about this until you guys shared it with me, and I was reading about how it's going to work, and it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So Mystery Science Theater 3000 is making another comeback with its 13th season. And we've got a Mystery Science Theater 3000 synopsis here.
Mystery Science 3000 synopsis.
For the first time, not one, but 3 humans will be subjected to the bittersweet agony of watching the world's cheesiest movies. As returning test subject Jonah Heston shares hosting duties with the newest kidnapped gizmonic technician, Emily Connor, and the original host, Joel Robinson.
Oh.
What happened?
No, so Joel's coming back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Play show creator Joel Hodgson. He's accompanied by his wisecracking robot pals, Crow T Robot, Tom Servo, and GPC. And our newest heroes will have to survive 13 new movies, 12 new shorts, and an unveiling of Kinga's newest scheme for world domination, the Gizmoplex, the first Cineplex on the moon.
Wow. I'm curious on where this is going to be because like it was on Netflix before.
Right.
At least like the last season was on Netflix, right?
Yeah. And coincidentally, we have a Where to Watch Opposite.
Where to Watch Opposite.
To find out, fans can head to Gizmoplex. Mystery Science Theater. Jeez, I can't say that for the life of me.
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
I had to like think about it.
My eyes had it rolling back my head to say it too. Mystery Science Theater 3000's new indie streaming platform, which is crazy to me, where they can watch new and classic Mystery Science 3000 episodes through a new website, new OTT apps, I don't know what that is, and a new virtual theater inspired by 90s era point-and-click adventure games.
Oh my God, that actually sounds pretty fun.
It does.
Yeah. Over the I don't
Rainbow?
know. No,
Over
it's
the-
gonna be T.
Oh, OTT. Oh yeah. Over the top? Over the top.
I guess.
Over the top. No, the movie?
On the tablet.
Okay.
It's
Well,
it's meant for like a phone or a tablet, so it's like it's
okay.
straight up like phone.
Oh, like a fire thing or something like that, right?
Yeah.
All right. So the Gizmoplex will be the only place you can watch the new episodes of Mystery Science Theater 3000. It will release brand new content every 2 weeks, including new episodes and shorts, as well as live stream premieres and special events. So this is crazy. So like I said, the fact that they're launching their own platform is insane to me. So, but obviously the question then becomes, how do you get this Gizmoplex? Because I've never seen it before. And so to watch the new episodes, fans can buy individual tickets to the live stream events, which will be $10 each. They can rent new episodes for $8 each, or get a season pass for $135. That includes tickets to 25 live stream events and a digital copy of the new season to keep. Mystery Science Theater 3000 Season 13 will premiere on May 6th. So it's coming up.
They're going for it. They said okay, you can get a season pass for $135. That includes tickets to 25 live stream events and a digital copy of the new season to keep. Think about it, right? Like they're charging $10 for each event, right?
Yeah.
That's $10 per episode. Actually, you know what? I guess that's the equivalent of what they actually charge.
Yeah, because I would pay $10 back in the day when I was actually into, because I used to love watching Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah,
and I would have gladly paid $10 to be a part of to actually see it live.
Oh, dude, so you know it's very well known that me and Jackie have 9 shows that we watch 9 shows when we go to sleep. And Mystery Science Theater is one of those shows that will pop up every now and then. That is a 9 show. Right.
Nice.
And I will not go to sleep because I will sit there and stay up and watch it because it's freaking Mystery Science Theater. It's hilarious. You know, it's just yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's like for a while before we started doing distance nerding when we were still with Hardly Heroes, we did a Netflix watch party because there's an app that you can download for stream. Or I was gonna say for StreamYard for Chrome that you can watch a movie on Netflix with multiple people, right? It's kind of like Disney Plus started doing that within their app. Yeah. But like you could do this and then there's a chat on the side, kind of how our screen works, right? and we would just mystery science theater the hell out of like
Mhm.
movies we would watch. So we did Tremors, we did Ghost Rider. It was fun, man.
That's dope. See, that'd be something. I think anyone that's ever been into that show and watched it has done it on their own when they're watching random stuff. It's always got to be something you've seen like 30 times because you already know what's going to happen. So like that's just kind of a rite of passage for after you watch that enough times.
Exactly. It's a fun thing, man. I mean, again, they're really going for it and doing like their own platform because that's something that you don't normally see with something that has this kind of following. I'm
Right.
surprised that they're not going to be on like a major network.
Yeah, that's what threw me off too. Is the fact that they're all in on their own. They're betting on themselves for sure. Like there's
Right.
a lot of people over the years that have been into it, and they're banking on that.
Yeah, because I mean, it's been on Sci-Fi, it's been on different local access channels. Obviously, it's been on Netflix. I mean, it's interesting to see this is the direction that they're deciding to go on.
Right, and I think about it, it's a show that's really spanned generations. I mean, I watched it when I was, I'm 40 now, and I watched it before I was a teenager. So I can imagine before then there was people that actually saw the movies that they spoofed when they actually came out. And they were like those B movies. So it's something that you don't have to be a certain age to be into.
Right. So in TARDIS news, heyo, hold on. There we go. Greatest joke ever. The BBC has announced the premiere date for the Doctor Who spring special, Legend of the Sea Devils. Are you a Whovian?
I only Who's that I've ever seen are in Whoville. I've never seen any Doctor Who.
Okay. You know what? I've not seen Doctor Who, and it's one of those things I want to watch.
Right? Same, yeah. It's not that I'm averse to it. I never got into it. I never knew anyone that was into it, so I never flipped it on.
But then there's like 20 seasons of it, and it's like really hard. And some of the early seasons, I hear like some of the early seasons were hard to watch, and then on top of that, they have like a lot of episodes. So it's like but like I would want to watch the whole thing because I want like the history of it. I want like where everything.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to jump in the middle either because I'm the same way.
Yeah, like I was the same way with Naruto, right? Like I didn't watch. A lot of people told me that with Naruto you have to just watch Shippuden and you don't have to watch Naruto.
I'm sorry, who now?
It's an anime. But like a lot of people were like, oh, you don't have to watch regular Naruto. You just watch Shippuden because that's when all the good stuff happens. And it's like, but I need to know the relationships with these characters. Right. So like the biggest relationship in that show is the relationship between Naruto and Sasuke. And like if you don't watch the original, you don't see where that relationship came from. Right. When you get into Shippuden, it's literally just
I'm sorry, every time you say Shippuden, I keep thinking about Chipotle opening in Russia and Putin boycotting it. I'm sorry.
James, if you look right here, like in the chat, James said, bless you. He said, tight.
It's tight.
But I mean, like, with that relationship, like if you go into that second series, if you go into first, Sasuke is already a bad guy. So you don't know kind of like, what it is. And all you know is that Naruto wants to change him back to like, he wants to change his mind and make him a good guy again. But you don't know how that relationship started.
So it's like, it'd be kind of the equivalent of, watching starting getting into the MCU and starting with Loki and not really seeing where Loki's arc went type of thing.
Right, exactly.
I got you. Yeah, and that's the thing. You have to find time to watch all that stuff.
Right. It's the same thing with Dragon Ball Z. Like you don't necessarily but I'm saying it's the same example. Like
no, I never that's again one of those things I just never had for whatever reason.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying is like it's the example is the same way where when you watch Dragon Ball Z, you don't necessarily have to watch Dragon Ball, right? But it's nice to watch Dragon Ball because a lot of those characters show up in Dragon Ball Z, and then there's just like they don't explain anything. They just say like, "Oh, look, the Red Ribbon Army's here," and they're like, "The hell are these guys?"
just call back for the sake of callbacks.
Yeah, like why did these dudes just show up, and why are they all of a sudden a threat? Like that's kind of how it is. So I mean, that's how I take like this whole situation with Doctor Who is. I haven't watched it yet, but it's because there's like people tell me start from like season 7, but it's like, but I need to watch the first 6 seasons to know like the whole background of Doctor Who and why Doctor Who is a thing. I know like small things because like I know that he is basically he lives forever and he reincarnates himself through different people, and there's all kinds of like different stuff like that, and it's like I want to learn this stuff. I have to watch it.
I know he's got himself quite the screwdriver. That's about what I know.
What is it? The quantum screwdriver?
Something like that. Yeah. I think I saw it for sale once, and I was like, "What is?" I didn't understand what the reference was, and it was like on Think Geek years ago or something like that. And
Right.
it was like a whole set, so it was cool. Okay, I just tell you that when I because I'm so like in the MCU right now, I know it's off topic, but I saw the Doctor Who write up they were doing, and I was like, when did Doctor Strange change the logo for their movie? I was like, what's going on? I had to reread. I'm like, oh boy,
that's funny. Now, getting back to this, Legend of the Sea Devils is the second of Jodie Whittaker's 3 final special episodes as the 13th Doctor. The Sea Devils are aquatic creatures. She-devils, they could be that too. Creatures that first appeared in the 1972 Doctor Who serial, The Sea Devils, going up against John Pertwee's 3rd Doctor. Damn, all the way. So like 10 Doctors later, right?
How many were? Wow.
Yeah, because they said that they first showed up against the 3rd Doctor, and the current one is the 13th Doctor.
Good grief.
Right. This will be their first television appearance since the 1984 Doctor Who serial Warriors of the Deep, starring Peter Davidson as the 5th Doctor.
That's a lot of doctors.
There's a lot of doctors happening here. Legend of the Sea Devils is Whittaker's penultimate performance as the Doctor. She'll bid farewell to fans and have regenerate in the fall during the Doctor Who special celebrating the BBC's 100th anniversary.
Wow.
The British Broadcasting Channel has been around for 100 years.
That's insane.
I know, right? The episode will set sail to air on BBC and BBC America on April 17th.
Oh, James. That's so punny. So, from Sea Devils to Robot Space Line news, a live-action Voltron movie is moving forward with Red Notice director Rayder Marshall. They're finally going to get that live-action movie that fans have been waiting for, and man, I've been waiting for it.
Oh man, I've definitely been waiting for this since as a baby.
As a baby?
Yeah. I'm a big Voltron fan, man. Did you watch Voltron in the 80s?
Oh, absolutely. Heck yeah. You couldn't. There's no way you could in the 80s not watch Voltron and not go to the swap meet and get the knockoff lions from the lady that's selling them on the table for $10. There's no way.
And I have to throw this out there, right? We want the lions, not the space cars, right?
100%. Yes. I didn't realize there was a space car when I only knew the lions. I must have blocked that out.
The space cars were later seasons, and then when they did the remakes. They did the space cars, and it was just kind of like for me, like everyone, I was like, why are they cars? How come they're not lions?
Yeah, I didn't make. I had to. That jumped the shark for me. I'm sure I stopped watching by then.
Yeah, man. I remember many a time as a young tyke hanging out at the San Jose flea market, getting the knockoff. For $15.
Metal ones, plastic ones that wouldn't combine. That was
right.
As long as you had them, those things are the best.
You get 5 mini lion robots, and they combine together to make one giant super robot.
Or they were like just 5 weapons that you threw them at your friends.
Yeah, I have the knockoff Power Ranger toys too. So like, I got the one that had all the weapons from Power Rangers.
Okay.
It turned into like the super weapon that they would use every now and then, like fight Goldar with.
That's funny. Yeah, I used to, that was one of the best parts about going to the swap meet, because you knew you were gonna get the toys that you couldn't get when you went to the real store. You're gonna get them, and you might get 2 of them instead of just 1.
Yeah, just hanging out Las Pulas.
So Rayder Marshall Thurber, the director of Red Notice, Skyscraper, and Central Intelligence, is set to co-write and direct the movie.
Nice.
Thurber came up with the story and will co-write the script with Ellen Shanman. That's dope.
I'm excited for that, because I mean, he seems like he's a nerd, especially with like the stuff that he's written before. It's exciting to see, like, especially if he's writing his own story, to see kind of whether he follows the canon or he goes and does his own thing.
Are they based the Voltron cartoon? Are they based on a previous comic, or was it only just the anime?
No, it was an anime and toys.
Okay.
Everything in the 80s, dude. Like, it was, how do we capitalize? How do we make a toy and capitalize on it?
And is that one of the ones that was strictly American, but they made it look like it was foreign? Is that one of those, or was it foreign and they brought it over to
No,
the US?
it was Japanese first. It was
okay.
like and stuff like that.
Okay.
Japanese first, and then came over to the US. I'm pretty sure it was.
Because there is one that was American, but they pawned it off as being Japanese. Or am I remembering incorrectly?
Was that Ronin Warriors?
No.
No, Ronin Warriors was Japanese.
Okay.
Huh. Man. James in the chat saying Voltron was a cartoon first. It was actually from the 70s.
Well, he would know.
Yeah, because he's old as.
Yeah, the 70s. A bidding war has erupted in Hollywood over the project, and everyone is trying to get in on the action. It said that Warner Brothers, Universal Pictures, and Amazon Studios are among the 6 or 7 studios and streamers trying to land the project. Netflix really is not in the running.
That is weird to me because Netflix revitalized the show.
Yeah.
So you would think they would want to do the movie.
Maybe the numbers weren't what they expected them to be when they revitalized it. I mean, I watched it.
It had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
James in the chat again. He said, I got a Voltron when I went to Japan in like 1979.
In the jet?
Yeah, I know. And he said you would know he's Asian.
I'm not going to touch that one. So apparently, James has written a
Lionopsis.
Voltron, Defender of the Universe, follows 5 young pilots in a battalion named the Robot Lions, which are vehicles that join together to form a mega robot known as Voltron. Together, they fight against Emperor Zarkon, the cruel leader of the Galra Empire, who for over 10,000 years has been searching the universe for the Voltron Lions.
For some reason, when I hear for over 10,000 years,
Aladdin?
I hear that. No, actually, it was Rita Repulsa. 10,000 years.
And I think of Robin Williams coming out of things. 10,000 years.
10,000 years. It give you such a crick in the neck.
Oi. That's the first thing I thought as I was reading. I was like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it.
Oh God. Okay, Jackie is it's almost like I can't see it without saying it. So Son of Jor-El! Kneel before Zod!
Is the director in the other room?
Yeah, she's in the other room. So we got another opsis here. Speculation opsis.
Indeed. So why the bidding war over this franchise? Red Notice, Skyscraper, and Central Intelligence are all directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber, but all have starred Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
You know what?
That's a rumor.
I didn't think about that. So, The Rock. Hold on. We got an extra visitor friend here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while. Phoenix is in the building. You missed Doctor Who. We just talked about Doctor Who.
I was getting the text message. They were saying, "Oh, you're missing Doctor Who right now." Like, oh,
yeah, we just talked about Doctor Who
and made fun of James's age.
Yes,
I'm excited about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
No, in fact, I haven't really kept up lately with Doctor Who, so I'll have to go back and watch.
I was just talking about how I haven't really watched Doctor Who. I've never seen Doctor Who. A lot of people tell me I have to pick it up from a certain season, and I can't do that. I have to watch it from the beginning all the way out because I need to know the history of the characters.
So they love to change the history of the characters, and since it's physics, everything is possible. And there's different timelines and stuff like that. So I mean, it really doesn't matter. I say pick up a doctor. My favorite doctor is 10.
That's David Tennant, right?
David Tennant, yeah. And then, but his father-in-law, his real father-in-law in real life is the 5th Doctor, which is Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson?
Yeah, he married Pete Davidson's daughter.
Oh, well, no, I thought you were saying Pete Davidson was a doctor. I was like, Pete Davidson was a doctor?
Skeet?
He was the 5th Doctor? Like, what was he, like 4?
Yeah. No. You can pretty much pick up any doctor. If you start with about 9, a lot of people start with 9 and go on, and then go back into the myth and the lore, because gosh, it's been on since 1963.
Right.
So, and some of those episodes don't even exist anymore. They destroyed the tapes and then thought, oh gosh, that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
So, Doctors 1 through 3, some of the episodes don't even exist. They're trying to recover them. They found some in Africa that were pre-recorded in the BBC studio in Africa. So they're like, oh yay, we found some.
Yeah, because like one of the things that they were talking about, like, so we were talking specifically about how this special that they're doing is called Legend of the Sea Devils. And it talked about like the origin of the Sea Devils started with the 3rd Doctor, and they reappeared with the 5th Doctor. So that's like that's the reason I want to go back and watch the original stuff, because it's like, oh, you can start with the 7th Doctor and you'll be fine. Well, they're reintroducing characters that were introduced with the 3rd Doctor. So it's like this is why I want to go and watch, all of it, because who knows who they're going to reintroduce back from like the 1st season or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to, if I get into this, I want to be able to know the characters,
I mean, from the 1st Doctor, most of the actors are dead. But
I mean the characters though. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean the Doctor would come back. Like, the Sea Devils originated with the 3rd Doctor, right? So that's the whole thing, is like, I want to see like, maybe a villain from the 2nd Doctor shows up in the latest season. That's the kind of like thing I want to be able to like talk to, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of nerd I am, is I have to go all in. And I was talking about like anime, right? It's like the same thing with like Naruto Shippuden and Dragon Ball Z. A lot of people say you don't have to watch Dragon Ball and Naruto, but for Shippuden, it's like they jump right into the relationship between Sasuke and Naruto, and you don't have any context of it unless you watch Naruto. And that's why I went back and watched Naruto. I mean, that's my whole reason, and I don't want to backtrack too much on Doctor Who.
Sorry about that. Yeah,
that's fine. But I mean, yeah. So I mean, that's kind of what we want to do here.
Or Putin.
Well, I mean, and one last thing is that Naruto is very much like Doctor Who, isn't it? Because it's been around for a really long time. Because I know Doctor Who, to watch every episode that exists, you'd have to spend like. I think it was 21 days, 22 hours, and 30 minutes.
Yeah, there's 23 seasons of Naruto.
Yeah.
How many? 3?
3.
There's 26 seasons of Doctor Who.
There's more of One Piece. One Piece, like they said that
a lot of pieces.
Yeah, they say that you can't get into watching One Piece. Like, everybody sees that anime everywhere. You can't get into One Piece because there's so many episodes, it's impossible to get through it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So it's like, why try? Basically, they're saying.
Yeah.
All I know is I need an adult.
I need an adult. So guys, going back to what we were talking about, because we've tangented the hell out of what we were doing, but there is no date currently on when Voltron will roar into theaters. I'm gonna let that one drag.
I'm quitting my second job, not my day job.
Oh yeah! All right. Now, guys, moving on to creepy clown news. HBO Max is developing a prequel series that will be set prior to the events of the most recently made films, and it will be titled Welcome to Derry. We're talking about it, by the way. So Pennywise the Clown is coming out.
You could have gone somewhere else. Welcome to Derry.
I know, right? Welcome to Derry. What kind of dairy are we talking? Derriere? Are we talking
lactose intolerance in you?
Lactose intolerance in you. The story of every Latino in the history of the United States.
It's true. Pero más queso, por favor.
Yeah, exactly. Like we hit 30 and become lactose intolerant. It's
100% true. It gets worse when you hit 40, brother. Let me tell you.
Oh my god. Me cago.
When's intermission? Because
now the series will take place in the 1960s, in the time leading up to the events of the 2017 film It Part 1. The story is also said to include the origin story of Pennywise the Clown. Do you guys know the origin of Pennywise, like kind of where he came from?
I don't. I watch the movies, but I don't think anything of that the lore stuck in my head.
They half explain it in the first movie.
Yeah, I remember and I was kind of surprised because I never read the book, so it was interesting seeing the partial explanation they did give.
Yeah, he was a clown like in the 1940s. He was like he was Pennywise the dancing clown, and he was like a sideshow carnival thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then basically when he died, he became like a monster. And in order for him to survive, he has to take the will from the young, which is why he goes for children, because they're more potent.
Oh,
it's creepy. It really is.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's meant to be creepy. He's a freaking monster. You know, that's really
Stephen
what
King's always been creepy though. So
yeah, that character in itself, because like a lot of people think he's like he is a giant spider because of the first film that they did. It's not that he's a spider, he's the embodiment of your fear.
Yeah, so people that fear spiders, exactly.
Yeah. So his whole thing is that he is whatever your worst fear is, he embodies it.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm. Which is why he's a clown, because so many people are freaking afraid of clowns.
That's true. That's
now,
funny.
Andy Muschietti, the director of the two recent It films, is set to executive produce the series along with Barbara Muschietti and Jason Fawkes is how you say that name.
Are you sure?
It's Fawkes.
The family episode.
It's I couldn't say it the way that I wanted to impulsively, but it's Fawkes. Okay.
What is it again?
Fawkes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Fawkes.
It's facts.
It's European. Okay. According to the report, Muschietti and Fawkes developed the story for the show with Fawkes. There's a lot of Fawkes in this. All right. Right.
No Fawkes given, man.
No
Dang.
Fawkes given. Writing the script with the Warner Brothers Television behind the project. There are some great terrifying stories to tell because of the shape-shifting alien creature has been around in Derry, killing people for a very long time.
It's Fuchs.
Okay, Fuchs then.
Fawkes.
I don't give a Fuchs.
It's not the way that I impulsively want to say it. That's all it is.
So it's not Futches.
Not Futches.
No,
it's German. It's Fuchs.
Fuchs you.
Fuchs you too.
You fuck me. No official date on when it awakens. Probably won't be for like another 27 years, but you guys like how smooth I did James's joke right there? Like
smooth. Speaking of laughter, as a disclaimer, actually there's two disclaimers on this one. No comedians were slapped during this news article. And two, this here is by choice, so you can make fun of me all you want.
Yeah.
So
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
Sorry, Tourette's.
Stefan. Following the unexpected death of comedian Bob Saget, the Comedy Store in Los Angeles held a star-studded tribute to the former back in January. In addition to being a tribute to the late comedian, the event was also a fundraiser for the Scleroderma Research Foundation. I think I got that.
Scleroderma, yeah.
All right. The event was hosted by Saget. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say this is a big deal because Jackie is a big supporter of scleroderma. Not very many people know about the disease itself and everything like that. And
I don't.
Bob Saget was a very big proponent of it. So it was actually a really big deal when he passed.
Because
in our household.
James says you're a scleroderma.
You're a Square.
You're Square Enix.
Square Enix.
So the event was hosted by Saget's close friends John Stamos, Jeffrey Ross, and John Mayer, and featured appearances by Jim Carrey, Chris Rock, watch out, and
Sorry.
Jackson Brown, Michael Keaton, John Lovitz, who's reaping all the benefits, Seth Green, Mike Young, Full House vet Jodie Sweetin, Paul Rodriguez, Binder, and Byron Allen. Netflix is going to be airing the Bob Saget Comedy Store Memorial. Netflix has purchased the special through an official release date on the streamer is yet to be revealed. However, the event is said to be making its premiere at the first ever Netflix is a Joke Fest, which will take place at a variety of Los Angeles venues in late April, which I will be going to a couple of those shows.
Nice. You know what's funny is whenever I see the Netflix is a joke, like that logo and everything, like I always think it's a negative thing, and it took me a minute to realize that Netflix actually like runs that organization.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so all the Netflix specials are there.
Yeah, they're just basically making fun of themselves, and I love that.
I mean, they hit their stride just as they started adding comedy shows.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just
one of their big things. Yeah. One of their big things was giving comedians a voice, especially like a lot of people who didn't have a voice. I mean, you can get lost in the comedy section on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I've discovered some comedians that I had never heard of just through Netflix. I think I'm late to the Bert Kreischer party as far as that, and it's strictly because of Netflix. And we're gonna actually go see him perform at the Greek on Cinco de Mayo. So I'm stoked. I got Angel to watch his stuff. We watched their podcast that he does with Tom Segura. So like we're all in on all of them, and it's because
Did you watch the show, the Bert Kreischer in a cabin or whatever?
Oh, the cabin, dude! I was watching that at work, funny. And I was watching. I was using headphones, and I was dying laughing. All my coworkers looking at me like, "What the hell's going on? Like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay?" I'm like, "It's so freaking funny." And little by little, they all watched it, and they're like, "Okay, I get it. Maybe not as much as you, but I get it. It was freaking hilarious."
Jack just walked by right now, and she goes, "It was traumatizing," and then walked away.
All the nakedness.
No, it's the simply this waxing his asshole in front of Jenner. What's her first?
Caitlyn
Jenner.
Yeah,
it was Nikki Glazer and
Fortune Famester. I think she walked out when he wasn't doing it.
That was traumatizing.
I was traumatized, but I couldn't stop watching.
No, we didn't stop. We kept watching the whole thing, dude. It was ridiculously funny, man. Just everything he did on that show, as crude as things were it was funny.
Yeah, I loved it. I was bummed that there were only as few episodes that they had.
Mm-hmm. I know he's filming a movie, or I think he finished filming the movie. The Machine, and it was like based on the joke from that comedy special.
I can't wait.
About like getting caught in Russia or something like
that.
Yeah,
I think the premise is supposed to be it's in the future. Not in the future, but it's after that story happens and he gets caught up back there. They go looking for something of that nature. But whenever that get released, I'll definitely be watching that or streaming it either way.
Isn't it a true story or something?
No, the original story was true. The movie is supposed to be it's like a take on what happened after he went back to Russia, and it's the story in the movie is fake, but it's based on something that actually happened to him,
according to him.
Yeah,
according to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
While he was
in machine, I am the machine.
I am the machine.
I mean, I was just watching Gabriel Iglesias too. I love him.
He sold out Dodger Stadium.
Is he? Oh,
yeah. For Netflix is a joke. When I think you guys sent me the picture of the pop, and I immediately regretted not having bought tickets to it because we were on the fence about buying tickets. We were gonna go. Angel's not really into it as much as I am. I used to see him at comedy clubs before he got big in LA. Yeah. So they would
jokes before he got big because I used to. You remember that show, Que Locos?
Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
I used to watch him on Que Locos, man, like before he was ever famous. And there's jokes I remember from Que Locos that I've never seen in any of his other acts. And I'm like, oh, I gotta go find this stuff, dude, because that stuff was funny, man. He's got the one where he got stuck on the roller coaster.
Yeah. He was fun. I saw like back probably like in the early 2000s, like at the Laugh Factory, they have a Latino night, and it was Monday nights, and so I'd seen him there. I've seen Felipe Esparza there, obviously before I blew up. Jeff Garcia, like a lot of like the Latino comics.
I remember when he used to clown on Felipe Esparza.
Yeah, they were. That was part of his. They were part of his jokes
because like. I I remember not knowing who Felipe Esparza was, but then remember his jokes where like he would always like imitate him, like,
hey,
who? And then watching his stand up and he sounds exactly like that.
Him and Martin Moreno too. He would talk about him, Martin.
Orale. Yeah.
Orale.
That's Paul Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I'm looking forward to the Netflix Duke.
It's the Fat and the Furious.
With this yellow, was it a yellow bug?
It was a yellow bug.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing the new what they come up with. The new Netflix is a joke stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of Netflix Games acquired its third video game studio this week by Boss Fight Entertainment to the platform's growing gaming vertical. Amir Rahimi, the VP of Game Studios at Netflix, announced the acquisition on Thursday and said that Texas-based studio will accelerate Netflix's goal to provide Netflix members with great games wherever they want to play them. Have you played any of the Netflix games, Phil?
I haven't, but you know who has is Aaron Thick.
Okay. Pretty
much downloads them whenever they come out just to try them out and say that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look into them. I've little by little I've seen them actually on the app. They're advertising them when you scroll down to see about. I've looked into it. I just haven't downloaded any of them yet.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like looking ahead right now, and actually there is a game that is on here that I'm looking at that I've seen ads for, so it's actually pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
No new games are being worked on by Boss Fight Entertainment were revealed at the time that the acquisition was announced. Boss Fight Entertainment has been around since 2013 and has released 2 games so far. The first is a mobile RPG called Dungeon Boss,
which is the one that I was saying that I saw.
Oh, okay. All right. And the second one was a casino type game called My Vegas Bingo. I'm sure I played that.
Probably.
I know there was a time where I was playing all the My Vegas, like the slots and stuff, because I was going to go to Vegas, and then I never used any of the points, so it was just worthless.
Right.
Do you play like any of those games? Like, I love 21. I love
in Vegas. I'm not a big gambler, but I'll play. That's what I'll play. I'll play blackjack. If anything, I'm loath to go sit at the slot machine and just pump quarters or nickels or pennies, unless it's to get the free drinks. But It's a dangerous boss. Netflix's first big studio acquisition saw Night School Studios, the developer of Oxenfree and Oxenfree 2, joining the major streaming platform. After that, Next Games, the developer of Stranger Things, Puzzle Tales, The Walking Dead, Our World, and The Walking Dead No Man's Land, was acquired by Netflix to mark the second acquisition.
Oh, Our World, isn't that the VR game that they had?
I know I have the Walking Dead game on my my Oculus, but I'm not sure. I can't remember what it's called because it's been so long since I've opened it up.
Yeah, I want to say because they have a game like The Walking Dead. They have a game that is basically Pokemon Go, but with zombies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
You just basically walk around and kill zombies in VR.
That's
or
funny.
not VR. Sorry, in augmented reality.
Okay,
yeah. You have the Saints and Sinners one then, right? The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Saints and Sinners.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
I thought that was Our World. I don't remember the Our World game then.
I don't know what that is either.
Because I know the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is on Oculus.
So yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one I have. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about the one he has on VR, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to say, like, I'm. What are these games anyway? Are they on mobile? Are they on PC? What are they?
Mobile games. Yeah, they're mobile games.
Okay.
So, the idea is that basically they have mobile games that you can buy in the store. It's kind of how Nintendo has mobile games now too, and Disney has mobile games and everything like that. It's not like a store that you download and you can go and get games from their store. It's you go to the app store and it's like when you look at the developer, it'll say Netflix.
Do you guys ever do stuff like that? Do you play mobile games? Because I feel like if I ever downloaded a mobile game, that I would abuse it way too much and not pay attention to anything else.
I play some mobile games. I've really calmed down a lot in the last year, but I used to download a lot of games and play a lot of games.
I played one of the Disney ones, one of them was the group fighting or whatever one. I started buying buying the characters, and I said, "What are you doing? What are you doing with your life right now that you're paying money to buy these characters?" I said, "Sorry, I just deleted it off my phone because I was spending more money than I care to admit, to be honest with you." But because I got into it, there was no skill really. It was just unlocking stuff, and then you push the button, and then they do their move, and it was a whole thing.
Yeah, admittedly, the game that James just mentioned right there is one that I still play. Disney Emoji Blitz.
Oh, Angel plays that one. Yeah. Sure.
I still play that ridiculous game. There was a point in time where I was I would actually buy gold. Now I just if I don't have time,
you steal it.
No, I don't. I can't give Disney more of my money. I give them enough money
every month. Yeah.
Yeah. A game that's actually cool, and this is aside from everything that I kind of play, not as much, but I used to. There's a game called Pocket Mortys.
Pocket Mortys, yeah.
Yeah, it's Pokemon, but with Rick and Morty. Mm-hmm. And you're collecting all the different Mortys from different universes.
Really? That's curious.
Geez,
interesting.
Rick.
Yeah. Oh, geez, Rick. I don't know. Oh, my butt.
Funny.
You have to put it way up your butt, Morty. Put it way up there. I don't know, Rick. Oh, geez, Rick. Not my
butt. Not my butt.
No, not my butt.
Put it in your butt.
Anyways, going back to this, you're welcome, Poland.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we kind of axed that, didn't we? Poor James. He's like, what am I writing this stuff for?
Okay.
So all this Netflix news, Amazon Prime Video is saying, hold my martini. Amazon's moving quickly to get the world of James Bond back to screens. Prime Video is moving forward with a brand new reality competition series that will incorporate the themes and locations of James Bond as contestants race around the world to try and win big money.
Ooh.
Think of it like The Amazing Race with a lot of James Bond influence.
I'm wondering about that. Like, how do you do The Amazing Race with James Bond? Like, you just like walk into a building and go, I'm Bond.
I would think like you would parachute into something or get into an Aston Martin and race around the streets and like little tiny Italian streets. But don't get me started.
People are going to get me too if they play this game a little too close to James Bond.
and here's the thing is that, because Prime or Amazon in general just acquired MGM. This is news that we talked about last week, right? So, they're already on their track to do a game show with the James Bond IPO, and then on top of that, they're going to start. I'm sure we're going to see all the James Bond movies on Prime pretty soon.
Oh yeah. Like, can't you already watch some of them already?
I think some of them you could. I know you could on Hulu because they had a deal with MGM had a deal with Hulu. But yeah,
there's a lot of them I haven't seen. So I've only seen most of the recent ones. None of the older ones. I'd be curious to check those out for sure.
Well, there's 572 of those movies, so yeah. Literally 72 of those movies. There are 72 James Bond movies.
Jeez, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, never mind. That's like the animation. That's a lot of time to devote.
I know Netflix has them. I think they're all over the board. It's Hulu and Netflix and Gino's saying Octopussy is his favorite.
Of course,
isn't it everyone's?
Which one, Gino? Maybe you can answer for me. Which one was the one that you love so much about? He's attempting a re-entry or something at the very end.
That's also Octopussy.
That's Octopussy, yeah.
I don't know.
I think so.
From Russia with Love.
Is it?
No.
I've Moonraker.
That's what I knew. It had the name Moon in it. I was like, God, which one was it? Moonraker is that one? Which, yeah. There's so many James Bond movies. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many James Bonds.
Yeah. Hey, look at Moonraker. So is that the one where they send the cow to the moon?
That's the lactose intolerant version.
The moon. What was it? The cow.
It's Latino version.
It's the cow jumps over the moon. Right.
Yeah.
The Latino version is me chorreaste. Me chorreó.
Leche Raker.
Ay, Dios mío.
Where's their Thiccness? Is farting on command when you need him.
Ay, no puede.
Oh no.
Sí se puede.
Thick fart. Somewhere Thick is farting right now, I hope.
Yeah. Thick's farting. He's farting, but we can't hear it because he left his laptop at work like
James got the joke about re-entry. Thank God for James. So Amazon has given the green light to the first seasons of 007's Road to a Million. Longtime Bond producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson are going to be producing the new series alongside Britain's 72 Films and MGM Television. Production is set to begin later this year, and casting is currently underway. Chosen contestants will compete in Paris to try and win £1 million in cash.
$1.3 million.
That's around
American monies. Mm-hmm. There will be physical challenges throughout the competition. See if you guys are just weighted, as well as mental puzzles and mysteries that must be solved in order for a team to take home the prize. This whole thing has been a mental puzzle. There is currently no release date for 007's Road to a Million, but with production starting this year, it wouldn't be surprising to see the series in 2023.
I don't have a yay, so we're just going to go with...
Oh, yeah!
You need to add a yay.
Yay! Actually, I kind of have one, but it's in a whole different...
Hip-hop hooray!
Hold on, I got it. Hold on, I got this. I got something for this.
I am literally clipping that sound and adding that one to my Roadcaster. Yay! You just said
Yay!
Yippee, Skippy!
I found it.
There it is.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Are those yays from James' children's? Oh, what did we stumble across there?
This is a soundboard from another podcast, but I'm able to use it. Ew! Or how about this?
Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Not me. Not me.
Fraud, it's a fraud, it's a fraud!
All right.
Uh-oh.
We'll leave it at that.
We're hitting the soundboard right now.
And more content news.
Yeah,
YouTube has added 4,000 TV episodes and 1,500 movies for fans to watch for free.
For free?
With you have to include the very important part.
All this content is free for fans to enjoy with ads. There it is. The move will give the Google-owned video streamer more of a profile in the competitive world of TV and movie streaming. No ads. No.
But that's how else are they going to get their money?
I know. Advertising has long been the lifeblood of YouTube and its parent company, Alphabet, and in last year's fourth quarter, YouTube reported a 25% year-over-year increase in ad revenue to $8.6 billion.
Yeah, I mean, how else do you make money? You have to make money, right?
Yeah.
Amy K. Rivas, welcome to the show.
Amy! Hold on. Amy, I got something for this. Take a bow, my friend. Take a bow. All right.
Yes,
you missed the doctor.
That feels, yeah. It actually feels a little like when we were kids again, right? Like, remember when we had cartoons or our shows and we'd run to the fridge to go get our food and then come back before all the ads were over? I feel like that'll come back because I'm not.
But the thing is, I feel like when I was a kid, those are ads of things that I wanted. Those are things that I was going to ask for. Now it's like medications that I hope I never need. But
yeah,
Also, I'm probably gonna remember. So I get it. It's just
Cialis if you're taking nitrates.
Are you flatulent?
Are you flatulent? Well, yeah, of course. Estoy latino y tomo una taza de
tómate una té.
Tomó una taza de leche y con lechito y todo y ya me está chorreando.
So that was when I watched the cartoons or the ads. Those are the things that I asked for Christmas. I was like, oh, okay, I want this. That went on my list. I want this. I want this. I want this. Or it was for cereal.
Yeah. I had the bubble goose. I had the bubble goose.
Yeah, that cereal will do that to you.
No me siento bien. Okay. Necesito una antacid. Así como lo dice, ¿eh?
Un tums.
James said, good thing for subtitles in English. Alguien pone el sap.
¿Es ape?
Push el sap.
Do we have subtitles?
Push el sap. No, I did a joke a while back about that. SAP, right? Mm-hmm. Is like what you know when you do that with Latinos, they don't know how to say that, so they just go sap.
Sap.
Push el sap. Mete el sap. No te entiendo el pinche televisión, ¿ok? Pon el zap.
Pon el zap.
The only reason that we can get away with this is because I'm cussing in Spanish, so it's okay.
Yeah. We're not going to get pulled.
Okay, Robin Williams.
So some of the series included in the new set of offerings include Hell's Kitchen, Andromeda, and Heartland. I think I've only seen Hell's Kitchen out of those.
I've seen Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Andromeda is supposed to actually be a good series, and Heartland, I see a lot of ads for it, but it's not my kind of thing. So
yeah, it's not me either. Movies drawn from the libraries of studios like Disney, Warner Brothers, and Paramount include Legally Blonde, Runaway Bride, and Gone in 60 Seconds.
I'm surprised that Warner Brothers, Disney, and Paramount are allowing their libraries out because they have their own streaming apps.
But they're probably, you know what it is probably ones that they're not streaming anymore, ones that they already had that they, you know, when they change month to month, the ones that are not going to be there anymore. So they're not on their server anymore anyway. So
right. That makes sense.
They probably make like a money on it, right? While they're using it. Yeah.
Depending on the ads, I wouldn't be surprised if during those movies there's Disney ads that run through it, so they kind of get it.
You like this movie?
Visit us here.
Plus. You want to watch this with no ads? Get Disney Plus.
Last a month, because that's when you could see it. The film and TV titles are not exclusive, but they are available free, and many are available in 1080p and 5.1 surround sound audio. Given YouTube's overall reach, the aim is to mobilize the new offering as another way to entice viewers. The plan is to refresh the catalog monthly with 100 new titles.
That's a pretty advantageous plan for YouTube.
I mean, yeah, if it's free, I guess, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, you're getting 100 new titles a month, and then on top of that, it's 1080p with 5.1 surround. That's a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you can get YouTube anywhere, so.
Yeah, especially, I mean, I was going to say, you can get YouTube on your TV, you know, so I mean, you can just full screen it and then watch a movie in full screen. Like, I've watched YouTube videos on my TV before, and it's like that pixelated, even when it's 1080p, it's like that pixelated video that like, YouTube is known for.
Yeah.
I'm excited, not really excited. I'm interested in seeing.
I'm curious, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm interested in seeing the quality of it. Because I have rented a movie on YouTube before and it was good quality because you rent it and they give you a good one. You remember The Interview?
Yeah. I never saw it, but I know. Yeah.
So when that whole controversy happened with North Korea and everything, I had to see it because they pulled it from theaters, and I was like, okay, well now I got to go watch this, which was like the best thing Sony could have ever done was
just pulling it for
that
sure.
Movie. And I ended up renting it, and I mean, it's funny. It's a funny movie. I can see why Kim Jong-un was pissed about it, but I mean, like, still, it's a pretty funny movie.
I still haven't seen it. I not that I have any reason to not watch it. It's never. Because they pulled it, I was like, okay, now, because I think it was one of those contrarian things. Well, I gotta go see it now. I was like, well, no, I refuse to see it. So
yeah. Well, moving on to DC news.
Ooh,
yeah, Misha Collins, the actor who played the trenchcoat-wearing Angel Castiel on the long-running CW series Supernatural, has joined the cast of the CW's upcoming DC series Gotham Knights.
Nice.
Can
I just request that you read that first sentence again as Jar Jar Binks? Misha Collins.
Yeah, Misha Collins. The actor who played the trenchcoat-wearing Angel Castiel. Okay, I'm done with that.
You're going to pass out if you don't cut it out.
No, I could probably do that all day. I just... Misha Jar Jar Binks. Used to say what now?
Oh man,
Misa no wantin' bang bang. Oh, his name? No, Misa no wantin' crunching.
Just want some dubby.
Yeah, Misa wanting some dubby. Collins will take on the role of District Attorney Harvey Dent, who, as you all know, eventually transforms into the villain. Two-Face. Kind of cool. I like it when they take actors who are classically handsome and turn them into Two-Face, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, the whole thing is, it's the duality of the character, right? Everything is, you know, everything is in twos. Everything is a duality with him. It's either yes or no. There's no, it's wrong or right. There's never in between. There's no gray area with him. And I do like when you see, like, you know, he has like the half of his face that is still very handsome, but then the other half of his face that is horribly disfigured. Right?
True.
Yeah. Now there is a Gothamopsis. For all of you guys out there, I'm going to attempt to ruin my voice and do this in the movie guy voice.
Yes.
I'm going to cough halfway through this because this is a very hard voice to maintain.
Come on, take it like a man.
Gotham Knights takes place in the wake of Bruce Wayne's murder as his rebellious adopted son forges an unlikely alliance with the children of Batman's enemies when they are all framed for killing the Caped Crusader. And as the city's most wanted criminals, this renegade band of misfits must fight to clear their names. But in a Gotham with no Dark Knight to protect it, the city descends into the most dangerous it's ever been. However, hope comes from the most unexpected of places, as this team of mismatched fugitives will become its next generation of saviors known as the Gotham Knights. All right.
Hey, when's it coming out?
No date on when Gotham Knights will descend on the CW.
Gotham Knights.
Knights.
I'm excited about this next one.
Yeah. Gotham Knights.
Gotham. Oh, more DC news. Oh, what? Well, actually, you take this one, please, Phoenix.
More DC news. Sharon Stone will play the villain in DC's Blue Beetle movie. Sharon Stone has joined the cast of DC upcoming Blue Beetle movie. She will take on the role of the villain Victoria Cord. Joining Stone is Raul Max Trujillo.
Trujillo.
Oh, I wanted to hear her butcher that. Are you going to say Trujillo?
Trujillo.
Everybody's got room for Trujillo. I had to get my mouth around it. Who will be playing Carapax, the Indestructible Man? Blue Beetle will be flying into theaters on August 18th, 2023.
Now, interesting on this, she's playing Victoria Cord, who is the wife of Ted Cord, who is the original Blue Beetle.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Blue Beetle, Ted Cord Blue Beetle is kind of like DC's version of Iron Man. Right.
Oh,
yeah. So he's just a dude he's just a rich dude in a suit, right?
Dude, play another dude, just another dude.
Yeah, and what's funny is that's also Iron Man, but I mean, still, the Blue Beetle version that we're getting is Jaime Reyes, who he's a completely different take on the Blue Beetle, right? He's not like Iron Man style or anything like that. Basically, there is this alien. Almost it's called a scarab, right? But that's like this alien suit. He's almost like Guyver. He gets and it attaches itself to his back and his spinal cord, right? The scarab itself can basically generate armor over him, and he gets like all these different weapons and stuff. And like he's just a different take from Ted Kord's version of the Blue Beetle. The scarab, though, what makes this character really interesting is the only person who can hear the scarab is Jaime Reyes, right? And the scarab, its mission is to infiltrate Earth and cause the apocalypse. It's there to kill everyone, right? But the thing is that Jaime Reyes still has control over himself. So it's Jaime Reyes's morality versus the scarab wanting to kill everyone. And it's basically a constant battle in his head where like the scarab is like, just let me kill everyone. And he's like, no, I'm not going to kill anybody. You know, like that whole thing right there.
Venom
arguments with himself. But it is very Venom. It is very like the relationship between those two characters.
Okay.
But like every now and then, like if you watch Young Justice, you'll see a lot of him in there. Like there's scenes where like he doesn't know how to like defeat someone that he's fighting, and he'll let the scarab just take over, and the scarab will go into like, overdrive and just like demolish everything. And the idea is that you can see the amount of power that the scarab has versus almost like how Superman is, where Superman is all powerful, but he's limited because of his morality.
You're seeing Superman and Iron Man and whatnot, but I'm hearing serious parallels with Moon Knight.
I was gonna like, ooh.
Yeah, kind of. Moon Knight's a little bit different because he has multiple personality disorder, right? Mm-hmm. So his whole thing is it's more so that his other personalities aren't aware of each other, which is why, like, you know, he'll be the ancient Egyptian god, and then the next day he'll wake up and be like, how the hell did I end up here? Right? Yeah. Like that's kind of a different in there because Moon Knight is, aside from the multiple personality disorder, like that personality is more like Batman. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
But the thing is like I can see where you're saying that, like, you know, you can see the Moon Knight parallels there. Like I said, he's more of like a cross between Iron Man and Venom together. Like if you did like a Venomized Iron Man, that's kind of what Blue Beetle is.
I'm on board with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the way, have you seen Moon Knight yet, Phil?
I haven't. I was gonna watch it before this, but then I wanted to like get the stream and everything set up beforehand, so I didn't get a chance to watch it.
You wanted to make sure there was somebody with a messed up computer was good to go.
Exactly. No, I'm gonna watch it after this. I'll make sure I have it by next week.
I seriously lost it. I was laughing most of the time. Thank you, by the way, Julie. I'm assuming we got stars from her.
Yep, we got some stars from Julie. Always appreciate it.
Thanks, Julie.
Mm-hmm. So, you gonna take the next one?
Yeah.
All right. Get it.
And some good news. Production on Black Panther: Wakanda Forever has finally wrapped. Filming first began in the summer, continuing through November, and then taking an extended hiatus, partially due to actress Letitia Wright's recovering from an onset injury.
Yeah.
So it was her wrist, right? She hurt her wrist.
No, her leg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. And what was it? Was it doing a stunt, or how did she?
I think she fell off something.
Yeah, it was doing stunt work.
Okay. Yeah. So she's doing her own stunt. She's like Tom Cruise.
I know. Well, I mean, that's what a lot of actors are doing, because you can get different shots versus getting a shot with, where you have a stunt actor.
The double, yeah.
Like, look at Simu Liu. Like I love the way that he did it, because he did his own stunts. He's a martial artist and everything like that. And if you look at the interview, like when you watch Assembled on Disney Plus,
yeah, that was really cool watching that.
Yeah, and you watch like the interviews with him, and just like him talking about being a martial artist and being a stunt guy, also kind of being a comedian, and putting all that together and being able to bring this character to life. Mm-hmm. You know, like you're seeing a lot of actors that are doing that now. A lot of action actors that are becoming like leading. I want to say leading men, but there's also women who are doing it too. So just like being a leading actor, I like where this is going, and to see that Letitia Wright is doing her own stunts, that's that's awesome. I mean, it sucks that she got hurt, but I mean, it's gonna make the shots in the movie like that much better.
Yeah, especially when you're watching and you know that she actually did that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the more badass she looks, the more you like look at her and be like, "Fuck, she's awesome."
Yeah,
you know.
100%.
I think there's also something about she wouldn't get the shot or something, so she couldn't go to a certain location or something too. So I know that there was like a whole bunch of issues with that movie getting
that's
made.
right. Yeah.
I'm actually more and more curious about whether she becomes Black Panther in this movie or not. Because I've been saying, like, I think it's too early for her to become Black Panther. She does become Black Panther in the comics. I feel like there's a couple story arcs that need to happen before she becomes Black Panther. But if they do it right, which Ryan Coogler is an amazing writer, if they do it right, I can see it working. I'm just curious, especially because she's doing her own stunt work. Is she just doing Shuri's thing and just being like the tech guru that she is, or is she actually Black Panther?
Or leading into it, yeah.
All right, let's put some tacos on the table. Do you guys think that she'll be the next Black Panther, or do you think they're gonna choose somebody else at the end?
Well, I think the other thing too, that another part to the tacos on there is they recently increased what's his name? Okay, I gotta look it up. Go ahead and give your answer. I'm gonna look this up real quick.
All right, Ray, what do you think? Tacos on the table. Do you think she's the next Black Panther? Or do you think, because here's my reasoning before we move on, is a lot of the actors that were the original cast, and she is kind of one of the original kind of before we started to move on, and everybody started to retire. A lot of them saying, "Oh, we're all retiring together," and then there's going to be a whole new group coming in. So I'm not sure. Like, is she part of the next wave, or is she going to stay on from the last wave?
On that, Shuri's one of those characters that she's not attached to one group of Avengers, right? Like, she can be a young Avenger, she can be a regular Avenger. I think at one point she was attached to West Coast Avengers. I mean, she's kind of like all over the place. She's like a Captain America, where like he could be a part of any team.
Yeah.
The actor that I was going to mention before I jumped on here was Winston Duke. So Winston Duke just got recently got a huge pay bump, and a lot of people are assuming that means that he might take the mantle of Black Panther.
I'd be on for that.
I'm actually thinking that because he's mentioned it in the past, that he might actually be a partial villain in this next one. He might actually become Manape, because there's been a lot of teases for Manape. There's been a lot of teases for him being Manape, right?
Yeah, the first movie. Yeah, you're right.
And he said in interviews that because the people were saying like, we don't think he'll ever be called Manape because we feel like that might be a little racist. And he said, no, I mean, there's a lot of pride in that character and where he comes from, and just kind of like the way that he his thing is. He was like, I would never take offense to somebody calling me Manape, because I mean, the dude's he's a human silverback. He's not Manape because he's the racist connotation of it. He's Manape because he will like literally destroy you in a single hit,
the way an ape would.
Yeah, he is a strong, powerful character. And he was like, I want to say it was like a red carpet interview where he was talking about that.
Okay.
So I can see him actually becoming Manape, especially when he walked out with the ape mask in the first movie.
Yeah.
I can see him actually being Manape, and like him fighting Shuri, because he's always had a contentious relationship with Shuri.
What the Black Panther mantle in general, I think, until fought together.
Yeah. Well, like, because like when he first introduces himself, he was like, you take your technological orders from a child, and like insult her, so like I can see him, I can see the two of them getting into a fight, even though he's been allied with T'Challa. Like I can see it being like, oh, the mantle is broken, well then I want this mantle, and he doesn't get it, so then he becomes Manape.
Yeah, I'm really curious as to how they're going to address T'Challa not being there. That's where seems like a big mountain to climb.
Yeah.
I think they said they were gonna say that he had they're gonna address that he had died. I thought that they addressed it already, haven't they?
No, they haven't yet.
Okay.
Not officially in the MCU, they haven't.
they're gonna address it. Maybe he was killed doing something heroic. That's just what the rumor is right now.
I hope they don't. I don't want to see an off-screen death.
Right.
You know, like off-screen death feels like it's not you're not honoring that character. I honestly at this point would prefer that they recast the character.
You know, it's funny because initially I said no, but I'm with you on that because I think it's a character that deserves to still live within the MCU and that has more stories to be told.
I feel like the only way to honor him is to recast the character and to give it to another up and coming young black actor that can kill the character. And when I say kill, I mean like, you know, like kill the role, not like, you know, kill off T'Challa.
Right.
You know, like I want to see somebody else who takes up that mantle and takes up that honor and just completely just embodies that role.
I agree.
You know, somebody who takes it as seriously as he did.
Yeah, for sure he did. Like that was he loved. It seemed like he loved playing that role.
Yeah, you know, like I would rather them recast the character so we can get the right story, so we can get everything that we need in there. Maybe they explain it that he was that he's in Necropolis. You know, maybe it's something happened. There's a situation, and you know, they explain a story where he's in Necropolis because that's part of their thing. And that can, again, I've said this in the past. This is a good way to bring in both Namor and Dr. Doom because both of them are involved in Necropolis.
They could be held captive and then until they recast it or something.
Exactly.
That'd be cool.
You know? So,
considering she's fighting, or the rumor is that she's going to be fighting for her brother's throne, they're obviously going to say something, right?
Well, again, because like I mean, you know, again, the easiest thing you can do Doom Wars, right? And Doom Wars is essentially Dr. Doom creates a situation where Atlantis comes up to challenge Wakanda, and there's a war between Atlantis and Wakanda, which there's Easter eggs that are already in the MCU that could lead to that.
Underwater earthquakes,
right, off the coast of Africa.
And, I mean. I was gonna say, I mean, it's feasible they could say, oh, you know, he was held captive and presumed dead, and then you know, if they recast the role, then oh, he wasn't dead, he was just not here, you know.
Yeah, it's not like they haven't recast characters in the MCU before.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And again, like you have the whole thing with the Doom Wars was Doom creates this war, and while Namor and T'Challa are fighting this war, the whole point was to distract Wakanda from what was happening in Necropolis so that Doom could take Necropolis so that he could harness the power of City of the Dead. So like I said, like I mean, they have with some of the stuff that they've explained, it's like the story is there for them. They don't have to do it piece for piece like it's in the comic book, but like that's a good way to introduce those characters.
So I guess
I was gonna say, I know Marvel immediately said that they would never ever bring anyone back. No one would ever play T'Challa, and they're going to just make it so that cat trying to get my bedroom. That no one will ever play T'Challa. That they're not ever going to replace Chadwick Boseman. So they said that they're going to just have to address it some other way. I know that they made an immediate statement after he passed away. So that'll be interesting to see how they handle it.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of, and I get it. There's like 2 or 3 other characters that have taken the mantle of Black Panther, but like, I mean, we're losing out on so many stories and not, and not having, and not recasting T'Challa.
Agreed. Yeah, agree.
Again, I don't feel like it is disrespecting Chadwick Boseman's legacy. I think it's honoring his legacy more, especially with the amount of work that he put into the arts and promoting the arts and trying to promote Black actors and the prominency of that. I think you're actually not you're not honoring his legacy and not recasting that character. Because he probably would have wanted someone to play that character and continue that character's legacy. He
would have, but they said they were just never going to do it. And they say they have plenty of storyline to go with. So I mean, and like you said, they there's other kings of Wakanda. So,
but I mean, there's a lot of things that Marvel and Disney have said that they aren't going to do that they have. So I mean, they said they bring James Gunn back, and he's working on a third movie right now. So anything can happen.
Yeah, I think time heals that wound to the extent where maybe they would change their mind. They could backtrack a little bit on that.
Right.
So Ryan Coogler does return to direct the film and is also developing a new Marvel TV series for Disney Plus set in the world of Wakanda as well. After several delays, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever will now pounce into theaters on November 22nd, 2022. And James in the chat did have the question, do you still think we're going to get Black Panther in November, given it only 8 months to get post-production done? What do you guys think?
Oh, yeah.
I think they will. They've probably, even with the delays, they were probably already starting to work on post-production.
So,
stuff
that was already shot.
Yeah. I mean, anything that Ryan was like, okay, this will all work. I'm sure there's going to be reshoots at some point when they get halfway through the editing. Is like, this is not working. We need to reshoot this. But for the most part, I'm sure he's been working on it so that way they can meet that deadline. And if it needs to be delayed, like if it's like, say come August and they're just like, yeah, we just need more time, then we'll hear that there's going to be a delay. So, I mean, I think they can get it done. Ryan Coogler has done more in less time. So, I mean, I'm confident that Ryan Coogler can get that film out, especially since principal photography is done. I'm sure he can get it done. There is a lot of CG in those movies, though. So, I mean, that might be what's going to hold them back, if anything.
Yeah, depending on how much of it was shot and they were able to finalize what, during the delay.
I completely agree. I know from being in the field that they're already editing while they're shooting. They tend to get half the movie done before they're even done. So they may just get it done and it'll be a couple months, But also, when you hear that they took months and months, some of that months and months on top of shooting was pickups. They'll go back and go, oh, we don't have that one shot after they've edited it. So, yeah.
Right. Or just like, in post-production, you realize like, what, this wasn't what I thought it was going to be. We need to reshoot this in a different way, or it needs to be a different angle, or it needs to be this. Yeah. I mean, like, that's what reshoots are for, is when you get through production, when you get through editing and you realize this didn't work out the way I thought it was going to. I mean, that's just kind of how it is. It's the way it works.
So,
but anyways,
go ahead. We'll probably. I'm interested to see if they actually come out on time, because they've been moving around our movies for a while now. Doctor Strange was supposed to be out last week.
Yeah. And again, I'm okay with delays as long as it means that we're going to get better product. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So, I was going to go to Tashi Station and pick up some power converters news. I was going to go to Tashi Station and pick up some power converters. A new Star Wars novel has been announced titled Star Wars: Shadow of the Sith. The story is 17 years after the events of the Return of the Jedi, which is the same year that Rey shows up on Jakku, and 12 years after Luke takes Grogu under his wing to attempt to start his Jedi training. On his new journey, Luke would also receive some help from his father, Anakin Skywalker, obviously in Force Ghost form, and he finds himself going up against the Sith Eternal on the planet Exegol. Lando also joins him on his journey.
I am so excited about this.
I can't wait for the audiobook.
Yeah. This might actually be something that I actually get in book form, because audiobooks are always fun, but what I like about reading the book itself is creating the voices in my head. Right?
I have enough voices in my head.
I know, right? What are they telling me? I need to know. I need to know.
Well,
I feel like
no.
Go ahead, Ray.
No, I'm good.
I'll say not many people know that in the lore, Anakin Skywalker comes back and actually tries to have a relationship with his children, right? And it says, I want to talk to you guys. He actually gets, and there's a novel, and I can't remember if it's in canon or not, but I know he goes to try to talk to Leia and be like, I'm so sorry. And she doesn't want to talk to him. She doesn't want to see him. I don't like you. We're not father and daughter. You killed my family.
I want to say that's from Shadows of the Force, and that's no longer. But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So we do have a Luke Skyopsis. You guys want me to do the movie guy voice again, even though it's not a movie? Okay.
Do in the movie and the book guy voice.
In the book guy,
yeah.
In a world, the Empire is dead. Oh my God, that's destroying my throat.
That's what she
decades. That's what she
Glad you said it.
Nearly 2 decades after the Battle of Endor. Yeah, I can't do that.
The tattered remnants of Palpatine's forces have fled to the farthest reaches of the galaxy, but for the heroes of the New Republic, danger and loss are ever-present companions, even in this newly forged peace.
You sounded like Watto for a minute.
This newly forged era of peace. Please proceed.
No, what do you say? He goes,
I'm a Toydarian. Republic credits are no good here. Money only.
Okay. Jedi Master Luke Skywalker is haunted by visions of the dark side, foretelling an ominous secret growing somewhere in the depths of space. On a dead world called Exegol, the disturbance in the Force is undeniable. And Luke's worst fears are confirmed when his old friend Lando Calrissian comes to him with reports of a new Sith menace. After Lando's daughter was stolen from his arms, he searched for the stars for any trace of his lost child. But every new rumor leads. I was going to read that wrong. But every new rumor leads only to dead ends and fading hopes, until he crosses paths with Ochi of Bestoon, a Sith assassin tasked to kidnap a young girl. Star Wars: Shadow of the Sith goes on sale on June 28th.
Nice.
Not too far away. Not too far. Was that 2 months ago? 2 months away?
Yeah, it's 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
James just said, "Did you just switch to Watto?"
Swear, I switched to Geico.
I switched to Watto and got a 50% off of my car insurance.
Can I just tell you my Star Wars story of this week that was awful?
Yeah.
So, just for reference, I wake up at 2:30 in the morning every day for work, for my Tuesday through Sunday. For whatever reason, last week I found myself with having Friday off. I switched with somebody. So Thursday night, I'm thinking to myself, mind you, I'm 42 years old. I've been on this 42 years on this planet. I told Angel, I said, all right, I'm gonna stay up till midnight tonight because it's March 25th, and I'm gonna wait till midnight to watch Obi-Wan. So I'm like, okay, cool. Cool. So 10:30, I'm like, okay, I can't do this. I'll just wake up in the middle of the night. And so I wake up at 2. I was like, you know what? Screw this. On Friday, I wake up and I go turn on Disney Plus. I'm looking. How can this not be here? Son of a bitch. May 25th. I'm 42 years old and I still confuse May and March.
Because it's going to be May.
Yeah, it's going to be May.
It's gonna be May.
I was so upset. I was like, so upset, embarrassed. I was like, but I have to tell somebody the story.
Didn't you post that in the Nerdington Post?
I think I did. Yeah.
You did, dude.
You know,
I remember saying
what's
that.
funny? I did the same exact thing, and I'm like, at least I'm not the only one.
Yeah, you guys were sitting there waiting, and you didn't hear hello there.
Like the old Mervyn's open.
The Star Wars: Shadow of the Sith. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to do that.
Unlimited power.
Unlimited power. Is your refrigerator running? Okay, that's.
I have that still.
And in Jamez's gaming news, bring on the crunch culture. This is getting ridiculous. Nintendo has provided fans with a new update that they're not going to like. People are not going to like. The sequel to The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is delayed until spring of 2023.
I can tell you one person I know is not going to be happy with this. My younger sister Jessica. So she just got into gaming. Like she wasn't really a gamer. I was the big gamer. You know, me and my brother, we were gamers when we were younger. My brother now, you know, he's a man in his 40s, in his mid 40s. Is a big Call of Duty guy. I play a lot of Destiny and a lot of other games. My sister didn't really get into video games, and her current boyfriend got her into like playing like Mario Kart and Smash and Super Smash Brothers. And on her own, she decided, I'm going to play Breath of the Wild, right? And loved it, right? And now she's getting into RPGs. And now, like she was just talking about the other day, how excited she was for Breath of the Wild 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not happening.
Oopsie. I've never played a Zelda game in my life.
Oh man, I played the original Legend of Zelda and I played Ocarina of Time. I played a little bit of Majora's Mask, but I didn't really finish it. If I ever do take the plunge and get a Switch, I know I'm getting all the Zelda games because they're re-releasing them all on Nintendo right now. I'm getting them all just to play through them again. I want to play Ocarina of Time again. That game is so fun. Just play with Navi. Hey, listen! Listen to me! No, I'm not going to listen to you, Navi.
The original Zelda, it was a top-down view, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that might have been what turned me off to when I was younger. I was like, for whatever reason, it just was odd to me.
Well, it wasn't until like N64 that they made it a platformer.
Right. Okay.
They're making it like a true RPG. And like right now, like Breath of the Wild is considered one of the greatest RPGs, open world RPGs of all time.
Okay.
So
is it?
Yeah. It is
not
considered.
Witcher?
Huh?
Not Witcher?
No. Witcher 3 is up there, but they're saying that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is one of the best open world RPGs ever created. The only thing that's rivaling that right now is Elden Ring.
Ooh.
And I mean, and the thing is, Elden Ring has a whole different is a whole different monster because it was written by George R.R. Martin. So I mean, like that kind of gets its own little section because it's written by the dude who wrote Game of Thrones.
But at least he finished this one.
You know, what's funny is that game got delayed a lot too because of, like the writing and everything. But it finally came out, and like now it's like, you know, everybody's talking about how much of a masterpiece of a game it is.
I haven't played it yet. I've been waiting for everything to die down before I play it.
I never got into it because it's the same developer, and I heard it's just as hard as what's the game that came before it? Dark Souls. And I tried playing Dark Souls for a little bit, and it was so hard I couldn't get into it. One of my buddies, he's really into it. He's one of my army buddies. He's huge into that game. So
that's one of those games that it takes like hours upon hours to get through it, right?
Dark Souls is a no-lifer game. It is
now,
no-lifer.
Here's the thing. Did you guys hear about? We talked about it maybe 2 weeks ago. Did you guys hear about what the speed run for Elden Ring was?
What is it?
29 minutes.
What?
From beginning to end, he beat it in 29 minutes.
That's how?
He probably didn't do any side quests. He probably did all mainline missions.
He for sure didn't stop to pee.
Yeah, absolutely not. Not in 29 minutes. But yeah, let's see. Moving on to our last story here. I have to do this one just mainly because I'm really excited. Jackie's more like, oh, that's gross, but I like the concept of it. Guys, and in where is Jamez news? Because he may have died and gone to Denny's. This is why Jackie said it's gross, because it's Denny's. Denny's has announced it's rolling out a new endless breakfast in an attempt to get fans of the chain well fed to start the day. The new endless breakfast is launching in most states for just $6.99.
How much?
$6.99.
Not even a whole $7?
Exactly. And it'll include an unlimited pancakes, scrambled eggs, and hash browns. Guys, add bacon to this and it's heaven. Okay? Wherever the breakfast is available for $6.99, you can add 2 slices of bacon or sausage for an additional 99 cents. Again, I'm upset that it's not unlimited, but still, states where the endless breakfast isn't available at the above pricing will see the unlimited breakfast run $8.99 and an additional $1.49 for bacon or sausage. What I want is unlimited bacon. With the unlimited, I mean, I like the pancakes and the other stuff.
Accompanying meat sweats.
Yeah, I need meat sweats because I'm a chorro. Okay,
he wants to order bacon with unlimited bacon.
I want you to give me all of the bacon and eggs.
Can I just skip a step and just drink the syrup?
Wait, I don't think you understood what I just said. I want you to go back to the kitchen and get all of the bacon and all of the eggs you have, cook it, and bring it out to me.
And a tortilla?
Yeah. Do you guys know what that's from?
No, it's so familiar.
It does sound familiar, but no.
That's what's his name? Ron Swanson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He has this thing where he's like, I'm depressed. And he goes to a restaurant and he goes, I want you to give me all the bacon and eggs. And the guy looks at him and he goes, okay. He goes, no, I don't think you understood what I just said. I want you to go back to the kitchen and cook all of the eggs you have and all of the bacon you have and bring it out to me. Good? Thanks.
Jackie says, to redeem myself, it's an amazing offer for families and those on a budget don't want to seem like a butthole. I'm just a hole in the wall breakfast enthusiast.
She is, and I like good breakfasts, but
not a butthole in the wall.
The thing is, for $6.99, unlimited pancakes, right? And hash browns and eggs, count me in. Hello?
College Phoenix would have loved this. I had a Denny's over by my college that I loved to go over to, and I would and they had Hobbit breakfast for a while. I loved that thing. It was
did it have taters?
Yeah, it had taters, and it was like this Hobbit syrup. It was like it was Cinnabon stuff.
I was gonna say, what makes it Hobbit syrup? Do they put
taters? Precious.
But I mean, like, do they put like little feet hairs inside the syrup?
Yeah, probably.
Like, yeah,
probably. That's just to cook, you know.
Yeah, no, just.
Have you seen the episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Bring me the precious.
Have you seen that episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, Phil, where he's got the hair stuck in his throat?
Oh.
Filthy little hobbitses. Okay. Unfortunately, for the carnivores like myself, bacon sausage combo is not endless like the other breakfast staples. The promotion is running now through June 21st at participating locations. There's a Denny's right down the street from me. I may have to head over there and just pull a Ron Swanson and say, I need you to give me all of the pancakes.
All of them.
All of the pancakes.
Like I said, I just skip a step and drink the syrup.
Yeah. Yeah. For those of the people out there that are unaware of this, right? And I have to make a Deadpool comment because it's me, right? But
who's Deadpool?
Right.
Yeah. I've never heard of this guy. What?
I will murder you all.
Is he DC or something?
I literally now have a wall of Deadpool right here. Okay. A lot of people think that Deadpool likes chimichangas. He does not. Wade Wilson likes to say the word chimichanga. He does not actually like chimichangas. What he does like are tacos, pizza, and pancakes. There are literally comic books where he has mountain stacks of pancakes.
I've seen those.
Yeah, because he'll get bored and then he's just like, oh, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna go cook a bunch of pancakes. Because why not, right?
And it's Crocs.
Oh yes, in the Crocs. So in line with that, and even more reason to say that I am Deadpool, just without all the cancer.
Oh, I can see that where this is going.
I love pancakes. I could if it didn't kill me, I could eat pancakes all day. Pancakes, tacos, and pizza. I mean, those are. I am Deadpool.
Have you noticed they're all flat? There's something with you in flat fed.
Yeah, maybe that might be it. Yeah, might be a thing.
Maybe. Oh, make a pancake pizza.
Yeah, pancake pizza actually sounds delicious. I've had pancake tacos. Those are amazing.
Some pancakes with icing on top.
No, what you do is you put the sausage and the eggs inside the pancake and then drench it.
Oh no! Yeah, for the tacos. I meant for the pancake pizza. Put some some icing or some jelly or something.
Yeah, everything I say is, I mean, it gives you diabetes just hearing it, so it's great.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Did we do it? Did we do it?
I think we did it. Guys, I think we made it through the entirety of the show here. Give yourselves a round of applause. I had a good time. I don't know about you guys. Now, I do have to throw this out there. Now, guys, I didn't do the Geek End update at the beginning of the show, but I'm going to do it now, right? What are we getting up to pretty soon? What's happening? What are we doing? Guys, Gem State Comic-Con is in 2 weeks. If you are close to Boise, Idaho, make yourself to Boise, Idaho. If you're not close to Boise, Idaho, get to Boise, Idaho. Go there. We will be there. Guys, we're crossing state lines, people. Gem State Comic-Con is April 9th in Boise, Idaho. The Gem State Comic-Con is a pop culture and comic convention celebrating all kinds of fandoms and welcoming fans of all ages by fans for fans. All right. Now, some of the lineup that's going to be there, we're not going to be interviewing him, unfortunately, but Kerry Tagawa is going to be there. I'm excited to just meet him in general because if you guys don't know who Kerry Tagawa is, he's an internationally known actor playing some of the most iconic film characters in history. Best known for Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat, but he's also in Man in the High Castle. He's also in Balls of Fury. He's in all kinds of movies, and he is in. He's in Johnny Tsunami. Where are my Disney fans at?
Johnny Tsunami?
Yeah, he plays the grandpa in Johnny Tsunami. So yeah, Kerry Tagawa is going to be there. Kyle Pasek is going to be there. We've interviewed him before, and he's an awesome dude. He's an up and coming actor who has lit Hollywood on fire with his television roles as Cornelius on the show Ned to Earth, which is on Disney Plus, and his role in The Mandalorian, as well as the underworld Jawa and a bounty hunter in season 2.
Not just that, but he's also I'm blanking on the word now. He's also an action. Yeah,
he's a stunt actor. So that first season of The Mandalorian, every Jawa that got thrown off the sandcrawler, he was every one of them. Right. So when The Mandalorian would grab a Jawa and throw him off the sandcrawler, it was
That's a lot of climbing back up.
Yeah. He enjoys it. He said he had so much fun because he basically just gets to do a front flip for all day. Like off of a thing dressed as a Jawa. He's also he's a big stunt dude, man. Like he has his own extreme sports business and everything like that. So motocross and four wheeling and stuff like that. He does all that stuff. It's a trip, man. He's a really fun guy.
Good for him. I'm jealous. Like I got really, really sick at Powerhouse last year. And you guys got to meet him. And then now I'm not going to Gem State and you guys get to meet him. And I'm like, oh, come on.
I'm sure he'll be at Powerhouse this year again.
I hope so.
Because he's on their circuit, so he'll probably be at more than one of their shows. Now we're also going to be interviewing Jackie Lastra. She's become an anime diva with such anime credits as Hunter x Hunter, Gundam Build Divers, Beyblade's Burst, One Punch Man, which is one of my favorite shows, Pokemon Masters, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, and more. So she does a lot of voices in anime, you know. So for all of my anime fans out there, if you're unfamiliar with Jackie Lastra, go and check out her stuff. And again, make your way to Boise. We're going to be interviewing her. You know,
mosey on down to Boise.
Mosey on down to Boise.
Right?
If it was Bozeman, you'd be there, huh?
Heck yeah.
Now we're also going to be doing a joint interview with Jack Guzman and Romy J. Sharf. They're from Power Rangers. Jack is known as the Black Ranger from Power Rangers Wild Force, and Romy J. Sharf. I'm excited for this one, right? Romy J. Sharf is the original Alpha 5. She's the one that was in the suit. I'm gonna ask her if she can actually just like walk around and go,
Be prepared to be kicked.
She probably will. She'll probably actually like kick me in the face. I'll take it because then I can say that Alpha 5 kicked me in the face.
Oh,
right. So guys, make sure you check out www.gemstatecomiccon.com for tickets and info. Also, drop by the Distance Nerding booth at the con. You can get some free swag and enter to win some free Funko Pops because we're gonna have all kinds of pops and stuff there. Gem State Comic Con, April 9th at the Expo Idaho in beautiful Boise, Idaho.
I'm bummed that I'm not gonna go there with you guys. I would like to see Idaho. It would have been cool.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of excited. You know what I want to see? You know they have a hotel that's made out of the world's largest potato, right?
I thought I was the world's largest potato.
I'm a potato.
I'm a potato.
I wonder how that thing hasn't rotted yet.
They mash it?
Maybe. That's one thing I'm definitely going to get is mashed potatoes while I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
We can do the mashed potato. We can do the twist.
You get some French fries, you son of a.
Furthermore, you guys won't be there with me this weekend, but we are going to be at VacaCon this weekend. Yeah. I'll be doing a little bit. I think I'm going to take over the TikTok for a little, or not TikTok, our Instagram for a little while and post some pictures and hopefully have a good time.
Yeah, guys, go out there. You're going to be able to see a couple celebrities that are hanging out, some Star Wars. I was going to say paraphernalia, but that's wrong. You can see some.
I mean, there will be that.
There will be that. There will be Star Wars paraphernalia all around the place. But I mean, you're going to see a whole bunch of familiar faces from a galaxy far, far away, including, but not limited to, a few Boba Fett's. So we're going to go with that. All right. Guys, check out VacaCon. That's I was gonna say tomorrow, like today is Friday.
No, Saturday. Saturday, yeah.
That's
today, Junior.
Today, Junior. But yeah, check that out. Phoenix will be there. We're also gonna have some friends from other cons and things like that are gonna be there. I'm sure there's gonna be amazing cosplay there. Actually, isn't Kyber Cave gonna be there?
I never got a confirmation. I know C. Andrew Nelson, a friend of the show, will be there. Alan Fernandez will be there. It'll just kind of be a nice, cool party.
Yeah, have some fun. So, guys, check that out and go and get some pictures done with Phoenix at the I was going to say at the KyberCon, at the BacaCon.
At the KyberCon tomorrow.
I'm so mixed up because I have so much swirling around my head. Now, guys, we have merch, people. I was waiting for somebody to do my line, but yeah. Distance Nerding shirts are here and people are loving them. Now, I'm not wearing one right now because I'm actually wearing a shirt from, but that's the thing. I'm wearing a sponsored shirt. This is actually from Poddex. So this is a Poddex shirt. I'm rocking our Poddex shirt tonight, but we do have shirts. Now, guys, if you want a shirt, all you got to do is DM us. DM us at Distance Nerding on any social media that you want. We'll just let us know what your size is, and we can get your shirt reserved. $20 if you're local to Sacramento, $25 if I got to ship it to you. And you get a sticker
worth it
with that. Oh, yeah.
They're super comfortable, too.
Mm-hmm.
You get a sticker pack for free. So if you want stickers
For
and
free?
you want shirts for free, there goes James in the chat. Did my line. I said, we got merch, people. He goes, we got merch, people. Now, guys, also check out our other shows. Now, of course, right now you're watching the download. We do this every Wednesday from 7 to whenever we get done with it. And then the build on Mondays. And that's on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, where I get to build Lego kits and we get to interview nerdy friends and celebrities and things like that.
Oh my.
As of right now, this Monday, we have John D. Michaels from Squid Game. And he's going to be on the show. So got another Squid Game actor coming on. And he'll be on this Monday. We'll be interviewing him, having some fun, and all the way from Korea. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
What's the time difference on that?
I know it's like in the morning time. So it's 6 o'clock for us, and it's like 10 at night for him. Or no, 10 in the morning. 10 in the morning. Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, this will be the third interview of someone we've interviewed in Korea.
Nice.
Who's coming after?
After that is Natalie Sky. So let me actually pull up the date so I'm not like, pulling dates out of my butt here.
Don't pull anything out of there, please, until we're off the air.
Let me show you guys what's in my butt. So like I said, John D. Michaels is coming up this week on April 4th, right? But the week after that is going to be Natalie Sky, who is famous from Sons of Anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Right? The lovely Natalie Sky. And we're going to talk about the kind of different things that she's going to be doing, the things that she's into. I know she does sound healing, so it'd be interesting to talk about that.
That's cool.
I have a little bit of knowledge on that. Just my college story, one of my where I got my degree at, one of the things that they focused on was sound healing. So I've tried it before. It's a weird feeling, but it's kind of cool. So I kind of want to get more information out of it from her and kind of like the extent of what she wants, of what she's into it on there, but also just her acting career in general and the things that she's that she's done.
We had dinner with her. She is such a cool person.
She is super cool. So yeah, she's the next person on the list after that. And then, I might as well just kind of air out the next couple interviews we're doing. So the week after that, on April 18th, we're interviewing Cooley Jackson. If you guys are unfamiliar with Cooley Jackson, he's most famous for the Breakin' movies in the 80s.
Nice.
Right. So he was in both of the Breakin' movies, in Breakin' and in Electric Boogaloo. And he also, and this is something near and dear to my heart. I don't know if you guys know about Power Rangers Live, like in the early 90s, but he played the White Ranger on stage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. For Power Rangers Live. So that's going to be fun. We're going to hang out with him. And then April 25th, we're bringing on Alec Davis and Bridget Santos. Who Alec Davis is the one that owns all the Sons of Anarchy bikes.
Oh, okay, nice.
So, it's gonna be interesting to talk about him. Yeah, but Bridget is a huge movie nerd, so I can't wait to pick her brain. Specifically horror movies. So if you guys are into horror movies, she's going to be on. We're probably going to talk some horror movies, and she likes classic horror a lot too. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Alex's entire story. Maybe he might tell the story about what happened while we were at the con. It's a funny story, a little weird, but you know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, during dinner, right?
From dinner.
Yeah.
So that's the next 4 weeks of guests that we have here. I've got more coming. But these, I'm just going to give you guys the next 4 weeks as a, to get you guys excited, right? Mm-hmm. So that being said, guys, I need your pluggables. So going on here, SoCal Simba Part D. Tell people where they can find you, man.
I live in Lancaster, California. Area code. You can find me at Rayder Ray, RAYDERRAY on Twitter, which I'm not that active on, and Instagram. And then when I'm taking over the Distance Nerding Instagram as well. But
you got any projects or anything you got coming up or anything like that? Or is just follow you? And so
trying to not go broke going to Funko.
Okay. No. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Phoenix, all your pluggables. Yeah.
Oh no. I am on Facebook, Instagram, Distance Nerding. I'm also working on a podcast myself right now. We're getting ready to. I think we have a delay by a couple days, but yeah, I'm working on a ghosts, aliens, Bigfoot, anything you want to talk about, any paranormal at all. And then we're I'm kind of excited about what we're doing. We're talking about mummies first, and La Llorona, and a whole bunch of stuff. I'm kind of excited.
Say that again.
I knew I was going to butcher it. La Llorona.
WNBC.
Okay, no, I need her to say this because you're on a show with two Latinos right now. So
and Trujillo.
And Trujillo. Trujillo was the first one.
There's always room for Trujillo.
Try and say it again. I want to see if you get it.
La Llorona. La Llorona.
Llorona.
Yeah.
That's what you said, jerk.
No. So say to make it easy for you, right? Yo do na.
Yo do na.
I want a donut.
Donut. Llorona. That's.
Yo dona.
Get it. Yo dona. You'll get it. Yo eventually.
We're doing it in honor of it's dark, but we're doing it in honor of Mother's Day. So we're gonna have fun with that.
If you know the story of La Llorona, that's messed up. Do you guys have anything in the can right now? You guys have anything in the can right now? Like anything that's already like ready?
Nothing posted. We're going to
no, but I mean, like, have you guys recorded anything yet?
Yeah, we've got a little bit recorded and we've got a little bit going. We just finalized the theme song, and we're having a lot of fun with that. Nice.
Well, we're excited to hear that. So for me, like, he was just coughing right there. For me, guys, distance nerding is a thing if you don't know about it. Okay, I don't know if you guys know about distance nerding. It's it's one of these little small things that's out there. It looks like Ray was looking for it right now. But guys, you can follow Distance Nerding on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch, on TikTok, on YouTube, on all of the places at Distance Nerding. So really, to throw it out there, guys, if you have something you want to discuss, I need you to let me know in the Nerdington post. I want you guys to post things. I want you guys to tell me what you're nerding out on, because that's the only way that we can connect on this, right? Another thing, I'm just going to throw this out there, guys. If you want to leave us a review on Apple Reviews, we would highly appreciate it. Maybe I'll send you another sticker pack. I don't know. Just you can throw us a review on there.
Always buying affection, baby. Always buying affection.
I'm always trying to buy affection. I'm here to buy your affection.
I like stickers.
Yeah, I like stickers.
I like affection.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Okay. So yeah, guys, we need those reviews. We would love if you can give us a review on that kind of stuff and everything like that, and of course on all the social medias. Again, let us know what you're nerding out on. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about it. If it's something that we don't normally talk about, then hey, give me a reason to talk about it on the show. That's really what I want to do. So guys, outside of that, if you're not talking to us on the Nerdington Post and with us on everything else, you can buy us a taco. Guys, join the taco party. All you have to do is go to distancenerding.com and you can buy us a taco. There's a button right at the top of the screen. It says buy us a taco. Or if you're on these live streams and you can see us on Facebook Live, be like Bridget, be like Julie. Buy us some stars. Stars are always nice too. All right. They call that a call to action, guys. Okay. Either way, thanks and keep nerding together. All right, guys, it's dance party time. Let me take this thing off my face. Let's do this. Oh, I gotta see these extra Rayder Ray, double Rayder Rays here, triple Rayder Ray.
Each have a beer in hand.
Summer right.
Distance nerding.
James can see you.
Nice.
James is always watching. Except when he doesn't have his glasses.
These are for the tacos.